Hey there, I'm Brittni Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. I hope you are enjoying your summer, and I hope you're taking all this like a beautiful weather in. If you have kids at home, I hope that you are creating memories and really just basking in it all. I have only one at home right now, and she's going to be a sophomore in high school. So I am really trying to take it all in because I know it's going to be over before I know it, and I'm going to be so sad. But I wanted to talk today on this podcast about imposter syndrome. I think it's something that as a business owner, we're all plagued with at some point or another, right? So I wanted to just really break it down and give you some tools that have helped me. I think of when I first started my real business, and that was my photography business years ago, that it took me so long before I could even say I'm a photographer. And people would ask me what I did, and I would hesitate, and I was scared to say, "Oh, I'm a photographer." But within time, I got to the point where I really owned it, and without hesitation, I could say, "Yeah, I'm a photographer." And so I'm going to just give you some of the tools and basic things that have really helped me to overcome that imposter syndrome. So let's first break down imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where individuals doubt themselves and have this fear of being exposed as a fraud. And despite all the evidence that, we're capable, when you are experiencing imposter syndrome, you are completely convinced that nobody will take you seriously as a professional. For business owners, this can really take a hold on the progress of your business because it impacts your decision-making, your marketing, and just the overall growth of your business. So I looked up imposter syndrome. I was just curious what I could find on it. And the term imposter syndrome was coined in 1978 by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes. And they found, and I thought this was super interesting, but they found that many high-achieving women, that's crazy to me, often believe they were not as intelligent as others perceive them to be. So over time, research has shown that this syndrome affects a diverse group of people, and it includes men and women in all different various fields, but particularly business owners who carry the weight of their company's success on their shoulders. They found that this is way more prevalent in business owners. Here's some characteristics of imposter syndrome: self-doubt, persistent feelings of inadequacy, attributing success to external failures, believing that success is due to luck or external factors rather than your own skills or qualifications, fear of exposure, a constant fear that your lack of ability will be discovered, overachieving, working excessively hard to avoid being quote unquote found out, not accepting praise, brushing off compliments and positive feedback. For business owners, imposter syndrome can lead to stress and anxiety, depression, and even burnout. And it can really hinder the growth because you avoid taking risks or looking for new opportunities because you have this fear of failure. And this can really limit your growth. So while overcoming imposter syndrome can be challenging, there are different strategies and mindset shifts that you can use to effectively overcome that and see growth in your business. The first step to overcoming imposter syndrome is acknowledging and recognizing your feelings. Understand that it's normal to have self-doubt and that many successful business owners experience these feelings at some point or another in the journey. Naming and understanding your imposter feelings can help you work through it all. The next one is talk about it. Sharing your experiences with trusted mentors, business partners, peer groups, a business coach. All of these things can help provide relief and help you work through it because you are talking it out. You may find that others have similar feelings and can offer valuable perspectives and advice. sometimes getting a business coach or a life coach can be really helpful with that mindset shift. The next one is challenging and reframe your negative thoughts. Instead of thinking, I don't deserve this success, remind yourself of the hard work and all the decisions that you are making that are going to help you be successful. Finding a thought to replace a negative thought can be really effective. I learned this when I got certified as a life coach, and it is such a powerful, amazing tool. So, for example, you can replace a thought like, I am an imposter or I'm fake with maybe something like, I'm learning and I'm developing these skills. I'm really learning to become better. There's a method that I like to use, and it's called ladder thoughts. And it's like a ladder. So basically, you find a thought that is believable to you, such as I'm learning. So it has to be believable. So if you are just beginning in your journey as a business owner, you might not be able to believe that, hey, I am a really good coach and I can help anybody. That might not be believable to you. So you have to find a thought that you really believe. And so, like I said, it can be, I'm learning. And then when you believe that thought, you find another like elevated thought, such as I have helped many people. And you keep building on these thoughts until you land on a thought that is really empowering, such as I am good at what I do and people come to me because I can help them. I have the knowledge, I'm a professional, and I know what I'm doing. So the concept of ladder thoughts is that you're building up to that desired thoughts. So you have to believe a thought, and then you build until you get to where you want to be. And that's a really great method that it works really well. Okay, the next one is celebrate your successes. Take time to really bask in the different milestones that you are accomplishing, no matter how small they may seem. Keep a record of your accomplishments and positive feedback to reflect on during your moments of self-doubt. Recognizing your successes helps reinforce your value as a business owner. So celebrate. Okay, the next one, number 5, is perfectionism is often linked to imposter syndrome. And I thought this was so interesting when I was researching and learning this, because it's one of those things where I self-reflect and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that. So understand that it's okay to make mistakes and that perfection is an unrealistic goal. It's not really, you can't get perfection, right? So embrace a growth mindset where you view challenges and failures as opportunities for learning and development. And this mindset can really foster resilience in your business. I've done many podcasts, written many blog posts on failure because I think it's just such an important tool to understand. I guess not tool isn't the right word, but an important concept to understand that failure is just part of it. And I always say, the more you fail, the more you succeed. So really working through failure. When you get good at failure, you get good at business, I always say. So, okay, the next one is set realistic goals. Set achievable goals for your business. Break down larger projects into smaller, manageable steps. And this approach can prevent feelings of being overwhelmed and help you build confidence as you achieve each step. And I also think it helps you to keep the momentum going because you feel like you're accomplishing something. It also allows for more flexibility and adaptability in your business strategy. So make sure that you are setting goals and that they're realistic goals. Number 7 is seek mentorship. Get a business coach, get a mentor or a business coach that can provide guidance and support and validation. I always think it's helpful. I often try to show empathy with my clients or saying, I know how you feel. I've been there. It's horrible or it's frustrating. You got to work through it. So I think it's really important that finding somebody that can guide you, because then they're also going to help you so that you don't make the same mistakes they made, but it also just lets you know that, hey, this is where you're supposed to be. And having someone experienced to talk can really help you gain perspective on your abilities and your achievements. And they can help you by giving you constructive feedback and encouragement and just help you kind of navigate the different parts of running a business. Okay, number 8 is develop self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same understanding and support that you would offer a friend or a colleague. Self-compassion involves just recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that these mistakes do not define your worth as a business owner. And they're going to happen. It's inevitable. Number 9 is focus on continuous learning. And this is a big one for me. And I love this. So instead of the fear of being exposed, focus on learning and improvement and getting better. Accept that there will always be more to learn and that it's okay not to know everything. And this mindset can help reduce the pressure to make you feel like you're doing the best that you can and that you are learning and that you are developing these skills. Use this approach in your business and in personal growth. It really helps you to really continue to learn and grow. And just know there's always going to be more to learn. There's always, always, always more out there to learn. Okay, number 10 is avoid comparison. I say this over and over. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. So avoid comparing yourself and your business to others, especially on social media where people, they're showing their highlights rather than their struggles. Every business journey is going to be different. It's going to look different. You're different. But by comparing yourself to others, it can really make you feel inadequate. So focus on your own progress and try to just shut out all of the noise of what's going on. And then I added this one at the last minute, but it's practice. It's often said that you become an expert at something when you spend 100 hours practicing. Take every opportunity you can to practice and hone your skills. Confidence comes from experience. When you get good at something and when you start to believe in yourself, others will believe in you and it shows. So practice, do it over and over until you feel like it's like second nature, that there's not a meme, but like, I guess a prompt and I've put it in my Facebook group before, but it says something to the effect of, what could you talk for 30 minutes before without any preparation? And I think that's what it's like being a business owner, because it's like, if you can talk about something without any preparation, that means that you've done it over and over and over again. You're passionate. It's interesting to you. And that is what it's like being a business owner, is practicing. I know for a fact that if somebody comes to me and they're struggling with their business, I know that I can help them because I've practiced. I've done it over and over and over again. And so that has been like probably one of the biggest and best ways that I have overcome imposter syndrome is by practicing and getting good at it and learning. So overcoming imposter syndrome, it's a process, and it requires patience and self-awareness and definitely effort. But when you can acknowledge your feelings, you can talk about them, you can reframe your negative thoughts, get in a good headspace, celebrate your successes, embrace your imperfections, set these realistic goals, find a coach or a mentor, the self-compassion, focus on learning, don't compare yourself, then you're just going to really start to begin to dismantle the self-doubt that imposter syndrome brings. So remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many, many, many successful business owners have walked the path before you and have found ways to thrive despite their doubts. So your achievements and experiences are going to be just monumental in overcoming imposter syndrome. And it's going to help you. It's going to validate that you are a professional and that you can help people, and take the time and practice over and over. And you will really start to embrace your worth and your potential. Trust in your abilities and give yourself credit that you deserve. Your business's success is going to be a testament of your hard work and your dedication. So do these things, practice these things, know you're not alone. And I promise you, you will see the results and you will gain the confidence to just really own yourself as a business owner. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that you know that you're not alone. Send me a message. I would love to hear your thoughts on this podcast. If you liked it, please leave me a 5-star review and let me know so I know what you want to hear more of. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see y'all next time. Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.